What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Swish Life Garage. Got a little bit of change of scenery in the background instead of the messy garage. But today I'm actually going to be working on my 4th gen. And the reason why I'm working on it is because, well, it's just been sitting and I feel like working on it. I'm tired of spending money on the other Prelude, to be honest. I haven't really drove this other Prelude, like daily driven it for like 5 years. So I think it's time to try to bring it out and fix some of the things and, you know, just get some use out of it. First thing I got to do is fix the clutch system. Now, I took off the clutch line because, I actually didn't tell you guys, I took out the clutch line because I had bought a clutch line for my 5th gen, turned out to be the wrong one, and I didn't have time to order the right one. So I took it out of my 4th gen and just used it on my 5th gen and actually never replaced it. I'm gonna be replacing the clutch line, slave cylinder, and fixing the clutch master cylinder, and then my clutch should be perfect. But let's go ahead and take a look how it sits right now. Alright, here it is, looking in sad condition. But anyways, so I started maybe a month ago, but haven't cleaned it or really done anything, to be honest. All dirty. Yes, my backyard is a mess. A lot of car stuff back here. I had to take out all this stuff from the interior. I do have all this stuff for sale on eBay. If you guys want to check me out, Swish Life Garage, I would appreciate it. Here's the interior, still looking clean. Took off the gauges to let my dad borrow it while he got another one. I do have the working ones in here, so I just got to actually put it back in. A lot of JDM stuff back here and carpet from a CRX. But anyways, I'm not really worried about cleaning it right now. I got to work on this clutch pedal. Valve cover is all messed up because my dad left the hood open when he used my coil, and so it got all beat up by the sun for, I don't know, maybe 2 days, and then I think it got rained on. Don't really care about that. So here's the old slave cylinder. The reason why I got a new one is because why not? They're only like 12 bucks. I need to get some bolts. I think I took the bolts too for the 5th gen, but I'm missing the line, obviously. And that is an Omni powered clutch master cylinder from a S2000. So I need to go ahead and take that out to start with, work on getting it fitted, and then get the line fitted up, and then find some bolts for the slave cylinder, and then fit on the new slave cylinder, bleed the clutch, and should be good to go. Just start it up. This is the battery from Del Sol. I used it to start it, and probably use it for now since Del Sol is currently sitting right there. Quick overview for you guys that never seen my 4th gen Prelude. Like I said, Omni Power S2000 clutch master cylinder. Let me see, S2000 throttle body. Got fuel pressure gauge here, liquid filled. Deleted the the intake resonator. This is a P2A5 Accord transmission. Back here, unknown brand fuel pressure regulator with a Golden Eagle fuel rail, RC injectors. I believe they're 335s if I remember correctly. EGR delete with the blocks, EGR block off plate. Got the FITV delete. What else? Cruise control delete, power steering delete, whole lines, gutted the rack. Stage 2 Excetti 3-plug clutch, and this is a JDM H22A OBD1. There you go, right there. And that's pretty much it. It runs good. It's on a chipped P28. nothing special. Alright, so got the Omni Power clutch master cylinder here. What's different about this one, if you guys are wondering, is that it has a bigger bore inside, so you're pushing more fluid with less pedal effort, but the pedal is a whole lot, well, I wouldn't say a whole lot, but it is heavier. I'm going to be adding in the Downstar S2000 spacer. I originally installed it without the spacer just because, and but I started having some clutch issues when I had the pedal all the way down. It wouldn't go into gear, but when I had it pushed just a little bit, it would go into gear. So I'm thinking it's maybe the length of the rod, but I'm gonna go ahead and just install the spacer, cut down the rod, you know, do everything the right way. And if I still have the problem, then it's probably gonna be with the clutch master cylinder. If you guys saw that video, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And the problem I had is it would sit closer to the firewall, so it's hard to get the cap off, which really isn't a problem if you don't mind the hassle, but that's the problems I had. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this stuff apart and then try to get this thing down to size and fit it, take it off, fit it again, you know, the regular. From Downstar, S1000 spacer. Looks real nice, especially this black coating that they got. Always quality parts from Downstar. Check them out. Alright, so I got it installed. Alright, from the inside, you can see it up there. I got the pin in the pedal already. Everything adjusted. Right here where my finger's at is for the cruise control to stop. You know, if it had the stopper on it, which I do have a stopper here, it has a little bit of thickness added to it. So usually the pedal should be about like right there, which would bring the pedal down. And now I don't have cruise control, so all this will be deleted later, the wiring and stuff. And so I gotta go ahead and move the rod so it'll just be like floating there and it won't actually be on the pedal, you know. And so I gotta actually move the adjuster on the rod, and so I am gonna have to cut the rod a little bit. I don't even know, maybe 1/4 inch off of the rod, and then put the clutch master cylinder back in, and then everything should look normal, because it should be about, let me see, about right there, almost even with the brake pedal. Not really even, but I think you guys understand. Alright, now went ahead and cut the threads on here. Yeah, to be exact, it was 7 threads starting from the very front of the rod. So it was 7 if you count them down. And then just went ahead and cut it. And let me see if I have the piece here. Oh, yeah. So you have the piece here. And that's all I needed to cut. Gonna go ahead and throw everything back on, and should fit. And as you can see, looks a whole lot better. Slightly up a little bit further than the brake, but that's how most of them always are. You guys can see right there I have the spacing, just as if there was a little stopper there for that button. Alright, got the clutch hose here. Actually haven't even opened it, but I'm pretty sure it's the right part. But it's from Rywire. Here it is. Here's the fitting that goes on to the clutch master cylinder. And here's the hose itself, obviously. And it's still braided, wrapped with the Teflon coating. This would go into the slave cylinder. This is a M10 fitting, and this is a 45-degree. This is for the B and D series, but it will fit on my H series. So if you guys are running the same setup as me, you will be getting the B and D series with the M10 fitting on the end, but lengthwise everything fits and no problems with that. Gonna go ahead and put it on. I don't think you guys really need to see me route it. It's super easy. It just goes from the clutch master cylinder, wrap around, go over the transmission onto the slave cylinder. Alright, got the clutch line all bolted up. Just gotta tighten it. I routed it. You see it right there. Goes underneath the intake manifold on top of the clutch linkage there, the cables. I don't know if you can see it. Goes there underneath the thermostat, on top of the wiring harness there, and then on top of the transmission over here. And then got a brand new slave cylinder, which I bought from AutoZone. Like I said, they're 12 bucks. You should actually be changing them out probably yearly, maybe a year and a half. They're real cheap. Put some NICs on it, which I have here. Stops it from like squeaking when you press on the clutch pedal. And then I'm going to actually be taking this bleeder off of this slave cylinder, because that's actually a speed bleeder. And the speed bleeder, you just loosen it, pump the clutch, and then just pump it a few times, and actually you don't have to use a two-person system because it doesn't allow air in the system. It just pushes it out, and it has like a check valve, so it's real easy. It's a one-man job, and so that's why I like it. I think they're about like 12-15 bucks a piece for the valve. I found some bolts that fit for the slave cylinder. I'm going to go ahead and bolt it up, put the NICs on, and then put on the speed bleeder, and then I believe it should be good to go. The speed bleeder that I had on the other slave cylinder didn't fit, and so I couldn't use it. Here's the speed bleeder right here. I guess I don't know. I guess different companies make different bleeders on them, on the slave cylinders, but luckily I had an extra speed bleeder. It's not the stainless one, but I had an extra one here, and it fit. Alright, so with the S2000 clutch master cylinder, as you probably already guessed, you're going to need a funnel to fill it up. Now the brake fluid I am using is type 200 brake fluid .4. This is I believe is made out of like vegetable oil, something like that, some vegetable. But anyways, it won't eat your paint, and it has a high boiling point. And yep, there's a boiling point right there. 536 Fahrenheit. Wet boiling point 388 Fahrenheit. Now go ahead and put it in, and I already got the speed bleeder here opened up along with the hose on there so I won't drip anything, and then got a pan here. Alright, that took forever, but what had happened is that I was trying to pump the clutch system, and the air would not come out for nothing. I tried putting one end of the hose that I had there, I tried sucking on it with my mouth. I thought maybe I had like a faulty speed bleeder, so I threw on the other bleeder and tried it with that, just pumping it, and still nothing would come out. And so I thought maybe the clutch master cylinder was clogged. Tried seeing if it's clogged. No. And so what I end up having to do, which is kind of nasty, which I took off the line where it meets the slave cylinder, put my mouth on it, and then started sucking on it, and then the fluid started moving. But now I got everything working, and to bleed the whole system you only need to pump it maybe like 3-4 times and you're pretty much done with it. It's not a big system, as you see. It's just that line and then the reservoir into the clutch master cylinder. Got the battery hooked up, and hopefully everything works and I could move this out. Clutch works fine. I moved it in all through the gears and seems fine. It's probably that spacer I wasn't having. You know, the push rod was probably too long. I'm guessing that was the problem. But I mean, the clutch is real stiff on this. From here to here, it's like nothing, right? And once you really step on the clutch, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. On a normal Honda, this is like times 10 compared from normal Honda. But yeah, this is pretty heavy. This is the type of clutch you just kick and just switch gears. And this will definitely build your calves. So you could go ahead and cancel your gym membership and just buy an Omni-powered clutch master cylinder and a stage 2 clutch. I'm not going to be able to take it on the road today, probably tomorrow, and probably put some fresh gas in it. You know, start getting this thing ready for daily driving. Alright guys, so I washed the car up just real quick. You know, I didn't really detail or anything like that, just quick wash. And I actually drove it. Drives great, just as I remember it. Look around. It looks pretty beat up. I mean, the paint does, you know. You see a rust spot underneath the paint going on there. The thing I would say it needs to be driven on the daily is some tires. You see the cracks in there? That does not look good. Don't want a tire to blow. And right now it's utilizing the 195/60 R15. The stock size is 205/55 R15. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get some 205/50. These are Sumo Tumo. I think these are all seasons maybe. HTR ASP01. But they're all pretty dry rotted. So definitely going to need some tires on there. Well, alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Got the Prelude all running. Just got to fix a few other things before I actually start daily driving it. And as you guys can probably see on the interior, and I think I need to fix my horn and of course the tires. So I need to go ahead and do that first before anything. And but that's gonna be it for this video guys. Hopefully you guys are excited to see what we do next. Alright guys, catch you on the next video.